How you doing, everybody? Thank you guys for joining in on this special edition of Hablando el Chile Fantasma Edition Part 2. Anyway, I want to thank you all for tuning in. Let me lower the music on the, because I know y'all scared, but it should be fine. Y'all can hear me? Let me know if y'all can hear me fine. Can y'all hear me? Let me know if y'all can hear me. Testing my sound. Sound check 1 2. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. Shout out to everybody that's watching: Vanessa Caballero, Kathy Wood, Sabrina Garcia, Rocky Fiallos, Marta Linian, Kim Rains, Carolina Rivera, Rosie Reyes, Helen Holte, Firewater 1973, Miss T, Christina Pereira, and anyway, it's been a long week. Shout out to Patsy Pedraza. And so anyway, guys, trying to think of, I actually, to be honest with you, I kind of been busy. I haven't really planned this out, so we're just going to try our best to kind of wing it, I guess. But anyway, it's October 24th. We got exactly 7 more days before the year ends. Sorry, before October ends. Anyway, so guys, if you notice something new, notice right there we have our supporter reel, and this is a feature I've been working on for a while. I kind of left it out for some time. I started working on it and I completely forgot. So anyway, guys, I want to thank all of our official supporters to basically supporting what we do. You know, a lot of people don't know that when we do our show, it takes a lot of time and effort. You know, like, people think it's just, oh, let me just do a live video. You know, you gotta make it look nice. You gotta get a nice background, stuff like that. Anyway, so I've been working on this little supporter reel, and I have almost everybody's photo. I might be missing a couple people. So if you're a supporter of the page and you don't see your picture on there, don't worry. It doesn't mean that I forgot about you. It just means that I have to upload the rest of the pictures later on. So I should get that done either tomorrow or Tuesday. Anyway, so guys, as you can see, we can see a lot of pictures. Diana Garcia, we got Amy Cruz, Della Rodriguez, we got Victoria Marie, Robbie Stanton, Margarita Rendon. Some pictures may show up twice. I do apologize. Bel Trevino, Leanne Arbery. So we have a lot of people that are watching. Sam Gurner's there, Marisol Tavares, Lulu Resendiz. So, you know, like I said, guys, if you don't see your picture on there, it doesn't mean that, oh, I forgot about you. It just means that I haven't uploaded your picture yet, or maybe you didn't submit a picture. And most of these pictures, I kind of went into your profile and kind of just pick one out. So anyway, I'll get the rest of the pictures, y'all. But anyway, y'all can see this is a pretty neat thing. So everybody that's a supporter, if you choose to upload your picture, we can put it on there. So these are almost all of our supporters, but not all of them. We'll get to the, by next week I should have everybody's. Anyway, guys, thank you guys for tuning in. You're really tuning in. So try to think, guys, what topics to talk about before we jump into the scary stories. Let me see. Y'all might need to help me out a little bit here, guys. So let's see. What's been in the news? Oh, well, Dallas Cowboys didn't play today. They had a bye game today. The Houston Astros made the World Series. So awesome to the Houston Astros. You know, they've been a lot of hate surrounding the Houston Astros because, you know, obviously, you know, there was that cheating scandal with the trash cans and whatnot. But anyway, so shout out to Shout out to the Houston Astros for making it to the World Series. They've actually have a good talent. They have a great guys, and you have what's the guy, Carlos Correa. He's doing pretty good this season. He's a free agent after the season, and we'll see if he stays with the Astros. The Astros gotta open up the checkbook and sign him for 10 years. He's definitely gonna be signing over at least an easily $250 million contract. If it's not with the Houston Astros, it's going to be with a big team, the Yankees, the Red Sox, the Dodgers. Somebody's going to sign this guy. So hopefully the Astros get to keep him. He's definitely, he's going to be signing a big, big, big contract. But anyway, I wanted to talk about a little bit about the Dallas Cowboys and the Houston Astros and, stuff like that. I have a lot of people that message me. They think I'm really serious about this, and let me explain what the rivalry is between the Astros and, well, not really the Astros, more of a Houston thing versus Dallas thing, guys. So here's the thing. Like, I know most of the people that grew up in the Rio Grande Republic, there's not a professional sports team down there, right? So, for and the Houston Oilers, the majority of the people in the Rio Grande Republic were Dallas Cowboys fans or Houston Oilers fans. But then the Oilers left, and then they brought in the Houston Texans. So pretty much the Rio Grande Republic is majority of Dallas Cowboys fans. And I can respect that. However, when you are born in Houston, right? When you're born in Houston, I was born in Houston, guys. And even though I did grow up a good amount of time in the Rio Grande Republic when I was young, I've been living here in Houston for a couple of years now. I went to high school. I went to college for a little bit here in Houston. My first job was in Houston. So, I'm a Houston fan, like it doesn't matter. Houston Astros, the Houston Dynamo, the Houston Rockets, the Houston Texans, everything that has to be involving with a Houston team. And the thing is, there's a rivalry between Houston and Dallas. You know what I mean? Like Dallas people, like people that live in Dallas, they don't go for Houston teams, and people that live in Houston, they don't go for Dallas teams. There's this rivalry, Houston versus Dallas. So when I say, like, the thing is, there's a lot of bandwagon fans. You know what I mean? It's like you gotta pick a team. Like you have to pick a team, and you just have to be with them. When they're losing and when they're winning. Obviously, the Houston Texans suck. But even though they suck, guys, I still support the Houston Texans. Why? Because it's the Houston team. You're not going to see me cheering for the Dallas Cowboys. You're not going to see me cheering for the New England Patriots. You're not going to see me cheering for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Yes, the Houston Texans suck. I understand. I can say, you know what, man, like the team sucks balls. But I could say that, because, I live here. I was born in Houston. I grew up in Houston. So if I want to call the Houston Texans a sucky team, I can do that. But you know what? I know they're going to suck for a while, but there's going to be a good 5 or 10 years. They're going to be good, and that's when I'm going to be like really cheering for them. But anyway, but if you are a hardcore Dallas Cowboys fans and you're like from the Dallas area and now all of a sudden you're going for the Houston Astros, that's like a no-no. You got your team is the Texas Rangers. All right? So that's what I mean. I know there's a lot of people that are like, Frank, you don't tell us who we cheer for. You don't pay my bills. So I understand, guys. I understand. Obviously, I'm not here to... Anybody can cheer whoever they want. At the end of the day, you're all grown folk. Y'all can cheer whoever you want to. Anyway, so don't take it all too hard, guys. Like I said, what I post, y'all don't have to agree with everything I do or say on the page. Everybody has their own opinion. So anyway, so let's see what's going on this week. Let me see if I could share my screen really quick. what's going on this week, guys? Before we jump into the scary stories. Oh, anyway, let me share my screen. So, let's see. My daughter made a pumpkin. My wife just uploaded that right now, so she just made a pumpkin. So shout out to Lucia for making this pumpkin. That's her first pumpkin. That looks pretty cool, actually.
Tranquila, no mole, ¿ok? No acabes. Ah, ya sabes que él es tú. Mátamele una foto. Tranquila, no mole, ¿ok? No acabes. Ah, ya sabes que él es tú.
So anyway, I just wanted to share that really quick with y'all. Let's see if I could find what I was gonna talk about really quick. Shout out to Gloria Sparks. Shout out to Mibelia. Is that in Texas? It's hard to see. Shout out to Isabel Martinez, Michelle Mendaris. Oh, guys, it looks like the page is down. Oh, here we go. I couldn't find the No More Cheeseman page. I was like, what? They took it down? So, guys, looks like Breezy, aka Horse Lover, is in jail. She's going to be serving a 6-month sentence in Cameron County. And so she actually had a couple of charges because she was selling drugs, and she got caught. And anyway, so yeah, that's Breezy. She'll be serving 6 months at least in Cameron County. Like I said. Now here's the thing, guys. I always want to give everybody the benefit of the doubt. You know, she's said so many things about me. She said things about my family. And it's like one thing, like you can say things about me. It's one thing to talk about me, but like when you start talking about it, 10-year-old, well, Gail's now 11, but at the time he was 10, and then my daughter, she's only 4 years old. She was saying things like talking about my daughter about getting penetrated. My daughter's only 4 years old. I mean, that's a sick individual. So to be honest, I'm glad that she's in jail. Al Chile. Pa' que se le quite lo ojete. You know. And all of a sudden when she knew when she knew that she was going to go to jail, you know, she starts being a born again Christian and I don't know what, you know, like you can save that for people that are going to believe your lies. You know what I mean? So it's funny, like when she was talking about all these things about my son, about my daughter, you know, she's like, I'm a born again Christian. You know, doesn't matter how many Hail Marys you throw out there, you know, like I said, I could, if you want to say things about me, because people say things about me all the time, that's one thing, but to say things about a 4-year-old girl, like my 4-year-old daughter, that's like just disgusting. So I'm glad that she's actually locked up. She deserves it. Al Chile, pa' que se le quite lo pen. So that was this week. Earlier in the week, that was on Monday when she took the So what happened with Breezy is that she had missed court. She had missed court that one time that I mentioned, and she basically broke her bond and they picked her up, and you know, she was gonna go to jury trial, and they basically gave her one last chance to take the plea deal, which is a 6 months 6-month sentence, or you know, face the jury, which more than likely, you know, The only reason she took the plea deal is that all the evidence was there against her. So if the jury would have all decided that she was guilty, it would have been at least a minimum of 2 years in jail. So 6 months over 2 years. You know, obviously you're gonna choose what's best for you. 6 months, right? So anyway, she'll be serving at least 6 months in Cameron County prison. And let's see, I got some messages from people. Let me go over. Let's see here. So this week, guys, La Chisqueada was seen. Let's see, when was this picture posted? So La Chisqueada was sighted. She was seen 3 times, guys. She was seen in Edinburgh at a park. This park is basically known as a park where they where they sling. This park in Edinburgh, like, it's everybody that lives in the Edinburgh area, people have told me, it's like, Frank, that park, everybody that goes there, they go there to buy things that are not legal. Shout out to Jen Piazza Chowderhose. And so anyway, she was seen at this park earlier during the week. And then she was also seen, let's see, she was seen at a chiropractor's office in Harlingen. So here's the picture of the car in the chiropractor's office. KHT Chiropractic and Wellness Center. Now, keep in mind, guys, like, this guy's known for being a scam artist. Let's get to says, Frank, how long have you been on? Have I missed much? Let us know you haven't missed much. We're just going over the quick cheese, man, and then we're going to jump into the scary story stuff. So, anyway. So she was seen in this chiropractic's office in Harlingen, and I guess she's trying to make a claim with the insurance company, trying to maybe, get a neck brace or have the doctor says, "Doctor, my neck hurts." So that was, when was this taken? This was taken on Tuesday. So on Monday she was sitting in Edinburgh, and then this picture was seen. Oh, and then she was seen at the bank. Now this picture was actually taken on Thursday. It was actually taken on Wednesday. I was actually late, so this picture was not from Thursday. This was published on the 21st, but it was actually Wednesday when this picture was taken. And the only reason she's getting money, like, I don't know about you guys, but I honestly don't use cash money. I don't use cash money anymore unless I have to pay the guy that cuts my lawn, and when I go buy raspas. That's the only time that I get cash money from the ATM. Like, everything else, I just pay off my ATM card. I just charge everything to my credit card, and I pay at the end of the month. But the reason let's just guys getting cash money, because people, here's the thing, guys, people cash app her money, and obviously she has to pay the dope dealers. And those dope dealers are not going to take, cash app, because they don't want to leave any digital fingerprint. So Marisol Martinez says, Frank, what happened to Chisky's car? I've been gone for a while. Marisol, how long have you not been here? It's been a while. I haven't seen you in a while. And anyway, so obviously she has to pay the dope dealers in cash. So that's the only reason that she's getting money from the bank. So that was on Wednesday. And then there was another Chisky sighting. Now I don't. Here's the thing, guys. I don't know if this was her or not. Now there's a car. You know how many white? Well, there's a lot of white Mustangs, right? But it really looked like her. So I tried getting close enough to get a picture. I couldn't see who was next. I couldn't see who was inside the vehicle. But I couldn't see I couldn't see the driver's side because the driver's side obviously it's all fucked up, right? So I didn't get a chance to see that side, but it really looked like her. I could be wrong. I don't know. So I don't know if this was her or not, but it definitely did look like her. And then this was actually posted yesterday for sure. And guys, La Chisqueada. I don't know, like guys, I'm gonna do a close up. But I'm gonna do a close up, guys. And I don't know if it's me, but what does that look like? Like, look, and this is an unedited picture of La Chisqueada, guys. Look at her lips. Like, somebody pointed this out. I hadn't noticed until like yesterday evening, but if you look here, guys, doesn't that look like a crack pipe burn? Like right here, this and right. So 1, 2, 3. It definitely looks like she's burnt the hell out of her lips. Got you. Because if you look at the top lip, it doesn't look like she has those burn marks. But if you look at the bottom part of her lips, they look burnt gacho bad. Al chile. Now, it looks like this probably happened last night because she had a funeral that she went to recently, and she didn't have these burn marks. Let me see if I could share with you the picture that I'm seeing here. It doesn't look like she had these burn marks at the funeral. So if you look at her lips here, they look perfectly fine, you know. This was either like on Friday or yesterday morning. But if you look at, this was at night, so it looks like after the funeral. I mean, it does look like those lips are burnt. Got you. And but anyway, a lot of people don't think that this is her, but guys, this is her. Trust me. I know it doesn't look like her, but it's her, guys. Trust me. I wouldn't post this. I wouldn't have posted the picture if it wasn't her. But it is her. Anyway. So, anyway, guys, that's enough chisme, really. If you guys have any questions, let me know so we can get to the fun part. Let me see if I... Oops. Let me know if you have any questions whatsoever. And while you guys check on that, give me 1 second. Jen Piazza says, Frank, why does she look like Shrek in this picture? I don't know. I don't know why she looks like that. Isabel Martinez says, Frank, did anyone hear? Okay, that's something else. Anyway, guys. So let me know if you have any questions, because I really want to jump into the scary stories. I want to jump into scary story time. Anyway, while we wait, let me put a commercial for y'all. And let me read some of your questions. Shout out to Gay OK. Shout out to RJ. Shout out to Jojo Malone. Thank you for tuning in. Christine Fiallos, Marco Cavada, Juan Teo. Shout out to Mind Your Own Business. Christine Pereira says, Frank, any update on her court cases? You know, it's funny. She had a lot of court cases this month, if I remember correctly. But I don't have any updates on her court cases. I'm gonna be honest. I may have actually dropped the ball in this month in the court cases, because, you know. Oh, you know what? I forgot. Shout out to Marcus Canales. Marta Linian says, Frank, have you been by the Sara Aldrete house in Matamoros? I may have been by there, but let me see. Let me do a quick search on that. Sara Aldrete, she was killed in a cult in Matamoros. She died. I've heard of that house. I haven't looked into it. Oh, it's Mark Kilroy. I think I've been by that house, maybe. Rocky Fail says, Frank, where's all the fangs? Well, Abel's here. Rick went to the hill country. Abel's watching somewhere. Lupe, he's been around. They're still there. Let me see where Sophia is. Give me 1 second. Let's see if we can find Sophia. Let's see, where is Sophia? Oh, my Facebook's. Oh, here we go. Okay, I just messaged Sophia to tune in. Anyway, so let me know if you guys have any other questions, really quick, before we jump into scary story time. Shout out to Terry Mosqueda. She's here. Letty's here. So, people are here. Oh, yeah. Sophia's in Mexico somewhere. Shout out to Faith Edmondson. Sam Gurner says the important fangs are here. Well, anyway, so guys, it's time for some scary stories. There was a couple people that had some more scary stories they were going to share with me. Shout out to Adela Rodriguez and Ophelia Payne. I'm not sure if they're here. Oh, Liz Cantu says, Frank, I want to know why my picture isn't on the supporters group. No, my sister's, Frank. Liz, okay, so you kind of joined late. So I did say that if your picture is not showing there, if your picture's not showing there, it doesn't mean that I forgot. It just means that I haven't uploaded it yet. Okay, so Liz and Letty, y'all know that you've been supporters. I have not forgotten about you. I was trying to do everything really quick, and there's some pictures that are missing. Let me see if I could take care of that really quick. So, guys, really quick, give me 1 minute. Let me see if I can do it really quick, because I don't want you to be mad at me. Okay, so Okay, it, I got to fix it, guys. Please don't hate me. The haters are gonna say, "Well, they're paying $4.99, and the picture's not even there." I'll take care of that, guys. I'll take care of that. I'll take care of it tonight or tomorrow. All right. Anyway, guys, let's talk some scary stories. So let me see if I can get my phone. Rocky Fao says, Liz, can you ask if Letty has me blocked on YouTube? I cannot see her comments. Anyway, so let's get the phone lines open. Where's my phone? Oh, here's my phone. Shout out to Dan Rosar. Alright, let me call my phone really quick, guys, so we can get this started. Okay, guys. We're ready. We want to hear some scary stories. Alright, guys. The phone lines are open. Please give me a call. Phone number is 956-579-7022. Give me a ring, guys. 956-579-7022. So give me a ring, guys. Shout out to Manny behind the mic. Give me a call, Manny. Oh, Manny says, Frank, I talked about you with Digital Dimwit. We talked about you. Nothing. You better not be talking about me, Manny. At least give me a chance to defend myself. I don't even know what you're talking about. Anyway, guys, give me a call. Phone lines are open. 956-579. Let's share some scary stories. Nine 576-579-7022. Somebody give me a call. Let's make it happen, guys. Diana Campos says, Frank, I'm going to call you. All right, Diana, call me. 956-579-7022. If not, maybe I'll share a story for y'all. I'm trying to think of a scary story, but I've already said my scary stories. Oh, there's Rick. Rick, somebody was looking for Rick earlier. Alright, guys, we need a new caller. Let's share with me a scary story. We're waiting, guys. We're waiting. Rocky Fiallo says, Frank, how about reading some scary stuff? Well, I could read some scary stuff, but I wasn't ready for to read any scary stuff, cause that wasn't part of the show. The show is to have people call in and tell us their scary stories, cause I didn't prepare to read anything really. The ghost rat story. Okay, I'm trying to think if let's see. Um, Let me see what scary story I could read. Um, See, you guys caught me off guard. I wasn't ready for this. We can do that next week, guys. I want the ghost rat story, guys. The ghost rat story. I've already said it twice. I'll say it for another time. Okay, Marcus says he has a scary story. So, guys, somebody has to give me a call. Let's make it happen. Somebody has to have a scary story. Mark Canales says, Frank, some of us can create a scary story of as many. We need some real scary story, guys. We need some scary stories. Let me see. I'm trying to think. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and say a scary story. So, since y'all don't want to call me, we'll leave the phone lines open though. So let me see if I could share my scary story. Let's see. I'm trying to think, guys, of his story. Oh wait, we got a caller. We got a caller. Hold on. Hello.
Hey, Frank.
Hey, what's up? Thank you for calling me.
No problem.
Okay, give me 1 second. Hold on. Espérame. So you have a scary story for us?
It's not mine, it's my mom.
Okay. That still counts. Okay. Okay, hold on. Okay, guys, we finally got a caller. Hopefully this is kind of like the icebreaker, and we have some more callers. But we have one of our followers and supporters who's formerly from far but now lives in Las Vegas. Christy Pereira. How you doing, Christy?
I have a migraine.
You have a migraine?
I do.
Okay. So tell us what happened.
So, my grandfather used to own fried chicken restaurants there in the PHA area. He had one in Edinburgh and one in San Juan. And one night, my mom was driving from the Edinburgh location on Raul Longoria back to San Juan, and she caught up to it was around Trenton and Raul Longoria.
Mm-hmm.
She told me I was a little girl. I wasn't with her, but she said that she had like this lady come up to her and she was all bloody, and she was like, help me, help me.
And
And
okay,
my mom's
this
like,
was on the street.
yeah, this was on the street. My mom was driving and she was alone and my mom was young. And, my mom's like, hell no. And she took off, like she was scared, right? And she
Yeah.
was bringing the money from one restaurant to the other. So like she took off and then she told my dad, she's like, hey, I saw this lady, like there was a bad accident and she was bloody and she was like asking me to help her. And so be careful when you come home, because my dad was at the Edinburgh restaurant. So when my dad drove through there, he came home and he's like, that's loca. Like there was no accident. There was nothing there. Like it was clean. And my mom's like, for real, like I saw a lady. She came up to me. She told me to help her. And my dad's like, that's loca, whatever. And the next day there was an accident and it was a lady. And my mom's like, that's the lady I saw.
Okay, so
And
your mom saw a scary lady, it's like some lady, and then the next day there was an accident, and it was the lady that came up to her.
my mom saw the accident the day before.
Oh, okay. So she saw the lady, but then there was an accident. It turned out that the accident happened the day before.
No. My mom like had a premonition.
Oh, okay. So,
Like she saw it before it happened. And then when my dad was
oh,
coming home, he was like, oh, the accident that you're, you know,
oh, and it happened at
that
that same location where your mom saw the lady.
at the exact same location. And there was a dead lady and she was wearing the same clothes from the night before.
Oh, wow.
And my dad freaked out and he's like, eres una bruja. Like, and my mom's like, what? Like, and that happens to us, to my tias and me. Like, I'll think of somebody as passing, like nothing. I'm like, oh, I haven't thought, whatever. And like, and then I'll hear about something about them, or, did you know so and so died? And I'm like, oh my god, what the hell? I was just thinking about him. Like that happens to us a lot. I don't know what it is. Sometimes it's freaky, but yeah, that happened to my mom, and I was just like, oh man, that's scary. My dad was freaked the fuck out. I'm sorry.
Did your
Sorry,
mom?
didn't
Okay,
mean
so
to-
obviously that happened. Was there any other incidents?
Not like that.
Okay, so that was like one main experience that your mom had.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but yeah, my dad was like, oh my god, like he was so freaked out.
Would it be
With
possible?
that.
Do you think, like, if you ask your mom, like when that happened, we can even find out like information about that accident?
Yeah, we can ask her. I would say this happened in the late 70s, early 80s, and I remember her saying it was on Raul Longoria and Trenton.
Okay. Yeah, because I mean, I actually have a subscription to some newspaper archives. So, like, if you give me more or less the details, we can even find out if there was anything
Yeah,
printed in the newspaper.
yeah, but I mean, like I said, like she saw it the night before, and it wasn't real. But my dad passed by the next day, and he's like, holy crap, like, you know, like she saw it before it happened, because my mom described it, because she was terrified. She's like, oh my god, like, and like nobody was there. She was alone, and she didn't want to stop. So, she described it like perfectly, and then the next day it happened.
Yeah, it's pretty scary stuff.
So anyway, that's it.
Okay. Well, thank you, Kristen, for sharing your story with us. Well, hopefully we can get some more callers, because I know last week we had a couple of people that called us, and there was a lot of people that as soon as they started telling their scary stories, people started logging out. That was pretty funny. But hopefully we have some more callers.
Oh yeah, that was me. I logged out.
You did?
Yes.
You're a scary cat or what?
I was gonna listen on my, because I travel. Yeah. And I was gonna listen on the road, but I didn't have a chance. So, I logged out.
Yeah.
And then I came back. And then I was like, oh my god, I don't know, like, I don't know what to do. So I logged out. So So I still want to listen to the scary stories, but that night, like, I logged out. I'm like, oh, I'll listen to this later. I don't want to go to bed, right after listening to that.
Yeah.
So.
That way, no. Well, Christy, thank you for thank you for being a follower first, and then of course a supporter second, and thank you for everything that you help out in. But no, thank you for calling in and sharing your scary story with us.
That one. Okay. Bye.
All right. All right, guys. So that was Christy Pereira from, like I said, she's been a follower for a long time on our page. She's actually a supporter, and anyway. So please give us a call, Patsy. We want to hear your story. She says that years ago at my aunt's house in Reynosa, she would see a little boy who we called El Monito Blanco. Recently, my cousin's son, who was playing and talking to himself, they asked who it was, and he said El Monito. So Patsy, give me a call. We want to hear your story. So Patsy, give me a call to the number that's on there, 956-579-7022. Give me a call. We want to hear the story. So make it happen. Don't be shy. Sharing is caring. We want to hear your scary story. Tell us. By the way, I talked to Delia, and she said that she had something, some emergency she's taking care of, so hopefully she's okay. But Patsy, give me a call, 956-579-7022. Share your scary story with us. We want to hear all about it. Tell us on the phone. So, Patsy, give me a call. Don't be shy. Sharing is caring. Let's see. I'm reading some of your other. Let's see. Give me a call, guys. 956-579-7022. The phone lines are open. Let's get through, says Frank. I'm going to get myself some water right now. Last week I got thirsty, but I refused to walk across my dark house. Guys, literally last week I had to sleep with the lights on. Rocky Fios, give me a call. Tell us your scary story. I'm pretty sure in California there's a lot of scary stories. Oh, we got somebody calling in. Hello?
Hey, what up, Mr. Frank?
Hey, how you doing? Who's this?
This is Robert Constante.
Robert Constante. Where are you calling us from, Robert?
I'm from Raymondville, man.
Oh, awesome.
Good old Willacy County.
Okay, I see. Can I put your picture on here?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, cool. Are you going to tell us a scary story?
Yeah, man. It happened to me when I was in high school.
Hold on. No te me adelantes, espérame. All right, hold on. Okay, guys, we have a Willacy County native from Raymondville, Robert Constante. Robert, well, obviously, I've been to Willacy County quite a few times, and let me tell you, that county is scary as shit.
Yeah, especially the back. If you're from Raymondville, man, and there's stuff that happened in the back roads, the Devil's Lagoon, stuff like that, man. And
is that is the Devil's Lagoon? Is that the Laguna Salada that's there?
It's something like that. It's over there by going towards Port Manso, behind by San Perlita.
Oh, you know what? I know what you're talking about. They tell me some stories about that stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me your story. I don't want to cut you off. Anyway, tell me.
Okay. No. Okay. Well, my story, my what happened with me? I was And I was in high school, man. It was on a Friday night. I was going to a friend's ranch. And if you're from Raymondville, you know what Picker Road is at. You know, going out towards where north of Raymondville. And it was around it's around 10, 11 o'clock at night. Like it was around this time, and then right when you cross the business, you have to cross railroad tracks. And I was in my sports car, man. I had a little GT Pro GT, and right when I crossed the tracks, you know, I saw this black lady, this lady in black, like literally all in black, hair was black, long and black, and like there was her face, like when she turned around, like her face has nothing there, no eyes, no nose, no lips, nothing. It was like skin, straight skin, like nothing there. So that scared the crap out of me.
So like, could you see her face?
Yeah, like her face, like she turned it, like at first when I turned the corner, you know, that my headlights had hit her, and when it hit her, like she was turned like facing away from me, and right when my headlights hit where she was at, she turned around facing me towards the car, and like her face had nothing there. It was just straight skin, like no eyes, no lips, no nose, nothing.
Okay.
And
you were by yourself?
Yeah, I was actually going to meet up with some friends at his ranch. You know, he was having a get together, you know, on a Friday night. So I was on my way that way, and plus on that road there's literally nothing there, man. It's a dark road. There's nothing there. It's all farmland.
What time would you say this happened?
Around this time, man, 10, 11 o'clock at night.
Was it on a weekend?
It was on a Friday night, man. I'll never forget.
Oh man. I mean, like, yeah, Willacy County is scattered, so like once you leave Raymondville and Lyford or whatever, I mean, it's just pretty much darkness.
Yeah, it pretty much, man. Yeah, como te digo, so when I saw that, man, pues I gunned it, you know. I punched in the car, man. As fast as I could get the car up to
Vámonos.
And hombre, and the funny thing is, I'm out down the road, man. All of a sudden, that same thing I saw just it appeared right in front of the damn car, man. So I had to slam my brakes, and I thought I was gonna hit the damn thing. And then by the time I stopped, there was nothing there.
Dang. And then what happened?
Hombre, I went to the ranch, and luckily I stayed there the whole night, man. I didn't leave home till pretty much dawn, dude. The sun came up, that's how I went home. I was like, hell with that.
Yeah. And you said this happened. And you're saying this happened like where that blue, what is it? That lagoon thing, Devil's Lagoon.
Devil's Lagoon. No, the Devil's Lagoon is towards San Pedro. This happened out actually like maybe like a mile or two outside of Raymondville. I mean, it's going north, like if you're heading towards Kingsville.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, man. Trust me, there's a lot of scary things, man.
And have you ever had any other experiences besides this lady?
Actually, there's another road. Going on the back road going towards Santa Rosa, and then they say like if you start smelling roses, like all of a sudden like some would appear in the backseat of your car or something like that, man. And it's at night, and it is in an old. It's at a wildlife refuge or something like that.
Okay. So you're saying if you smell roses and then you see a rose will appear in your car?
No, an apparition will appear in the backseat of your car or somewhere on your car.
Okay. Yeah.
And I remember talking about that también, pues. Around that time, you know, I was around that age todavía, but me and a few friends, we actually went down that road, and we actually parked right before the refuge. And we actually walked down that road, man, and it was, in the middle of the night. And dude, we started smelling the roses, and we started hearing footprints, like footsteps, like through por el monte, you know, like breaking twigs and stuff like that. Man, we ran out of there and took off like a bat out of hell, dude.
Yeah, that's scary. I mean, like I said, Willacy County is just, it's isolated. There's not a lot of illumination. So at night, it's dark, especially on the back roads, like you can't see anything.
Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much, man. That's a couple of my stories that I've been through, man. You know.
No, well, thank you for sharing your story, Robert. I'm definitely gonna keep away from those roads at night. when I drive down there.
Hombre, just go ahead and drive through there, man. Have a little fun.
And I get scared easily.
Hey, just drink a warm glass of milk and you'll be okay.
That way. No, well, Robert, thank you for giving us the call and sharing your story with us.
No problem, buddy. You have a good one.
Thank you, Robert.
All right. Bye.
Thanks. All right, guys. That was Robert Constante out of Raymondville, Willacy County. Now, I actually had a missed call right now. Let me see if I could call this person that was calling me. So give me 1 second. I think that may have been Patsy Pedraza. Let's see. Hello?
Hello? Yes?
Is this Patsy Pedraza?
No, this is Marta Liña.
Oh, Marta Liñan. How are you doing, Marta?
All right.
Okay.
Kept trying to call
Okay.
you.
Yeah, it's because I had Robert on the line right now sharing his story. So give me 1 second. Better me. Okay, guys, I have on the line Marta Liñan. Marta, how you doing?
All right.
Okay, so
Just calling to...
tell us your scary story.
Well, I have a friend that some years back, we're talking like a couple of years, he used to do a lot of paranormal hunting, here in the Rio Grande Valley. And him and his wife were real best friends of mine. So every time I would stop by, he was always, and him and his friend, his partner, listening to audios with their headphones. And I go, man, don't you ever get bored of hearing that? You probably don't even hear nothing. He turns around, he goes, you know what? Come and sit next to me. He goes, put the headphones on. And so I did, kind of be skeptical, whatever.
Okay, so but
and it took.
So you went camping, you said?
He used to do paranormal hunting.
Oh, okay. So he was hunting, like he did something, and he's like, hey, like you gotta listen to this.
Yes, he was. They were always at his home, and they were reviewing like the sound tapes.
Okay.
After they gone somewhere, whatever. And so I put the headphones on, and it was like kind of quiet. You couldn't hear, but you could hear when he's asking a question, and he asks, "Who are you? What is your name?" And then it goes quiet, the audio.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, you hear it like if they're whispering in your ear. I heard it where it say, Steve, real ugly. And I just jumped out of the chair and threw the headphones off. And I said, I never want to hear that again. But it was very, very creepy.
You're saying that it said what again?
It was very creepy.
No, but what did you hear though?
I heard the voice my friend is asking, "Who are you and what is your name?" Right?
Oh, okay. So
the audio goes quiet, and then all of a sudden you hear like if they're whispering in your ear, Steve. And I just jumped out of the chair and took those headphones off, and I said, I don't ever want to hear that again. It really gave me goosebumps. It was ugly.
I'm already getting goosebumps.
Yes, it was. And then, my whole thinking about it, I go, oh, my God. And he would tell me, he goes, we've gone to San Juan, Edinburgh, areas where people want to hear if there's anything going on. But there's times that you could go hours listening to audio and there's nothing. But when it really, you get to listen to something like that, it really is scary.
Yeah. Well, I would be scared too.
Yes, but I just wanted to share that.
Okay.
Because we went to the paranormal where the sci-fi team was down here in Brownsville to that house that's right in downtown Brownsville.
Okay, there's several of them. Do you know which one?
It's the yellow house. Like it has like a little museum on the side. I think it's through the Elizabeth.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken. And it used to be one of the, I guess, the first houses there. It used to have like a little stable on the side, and they actually, you sign up, they'll take you in there with everything, the lights off, whatever. And at that time, it didn't happen to me, but that lady that was next to me, she screamed very hard because somebody pulled her hair.
Oh, wow.
And I just took off. I go, okay, I'm going outside. I don't want to do this anymore. So we went outside. But yeah, it's pretty interesting, but it's scary at the same time, you know.
Yeah.
So
I have
I share that.
Yeah, I have a friend of mine. You may have seen him on the show, Craig Grove. I was talking to him one day off air, and he had told me he had gone with those paranormal activity people, and he said he saw something and he heard something and he freaked out. I wish you would call me. Actually, I'm gonna message him right now. Let's see.
Okay.
No, well, is there any other scary stuff you want to share?
No, just that. Thank you so much.
Okay, Martha. Well, thank you for tuning in, and of course, most importantly, thank you for following and being one of our supporters on the page.
Alrighty.
Thank you.
Bye.
So, guys, that was Marta Linian from the, I think, if I'm not mistaken, she's from Far San Juan, somewhere in that area. So, let me see if I can have another caller, guys. Give me, we need some more callers, guys. I'm going to try to see if my buddy Craig Grove answers. 956-579-7022. Give me a call, guys. I'm going to call my buddy Craig Grove and see if he answers right now. Hopefully he's not busy, but give me a call. Let me see if I can get him on the line. Okay, we got somebody that's calling. Hold on. Hello, you are on the line. Who's this?
This is Patsy.
Oh, Pat. Okay, we finally got Patsy Pedraza calling in. All right, give me one moment, Patsy. Let me set you up really quick. Hold on. Thank you for giving us a call. We definitely want to hear your story. Espérame. All right, guys, we have Patsy Pedraza. We wanted to definitely hear her story. So, Patsy, tell us what happened to you.
Well, it was in Reynosa. It was really at my aunt's house, and really it happened more to my cousins. But when we would go spend the night over there, once in a while we see the creepy little monito, right? It was like a little white shadow. But people would say that a little boy had died there with the previous owners, but that he hadn't been baptized or something like that.
So you went to Reynosa when you were small?
Yes.
Okay, and who lived in this house that this monito came out thing?
My aunt.
Okay, so your aunt, so you guys would visit your aunt when you guys were small, and then go ahead and tell us the rest of the stuff.
Well, he wouldn't do nothing bad, but he would do travesuras. He would scratch, tickle your feet, and he would play with the toys, and sometimes we'd hear the dishes fall, but everything would always be in place. So it was just kind of creepy. And then after we started growing, we started seeing him less and less and less. But now in recent years, my cousin's son, the one who would see him the most, he was playing out in the backyard with a ball, I believe. And
Reynosa.
Well, he was just talking to himself. Yes, in Reynosa. In the same house. Well, it was in the same property, but they had knocked down the old house and they had rebuilt a new one. But they were living there still. And there was a new family. Well, my cousin and his wife and his kids, which they didn't know anything about it. It was just my cousin and us. So the little boy was playing, and the mom saw him talking to himself. So she asked him, what was he doing and who was he talking to? And he said, I was talking to the Monito Blanco, which is kind of weird because they didn't know anything about it. So it's just kind of funny because, my cousin, he, something always follows him around. Every house he moves, like something's always with him. Like he always sees things. So I don't know if it's the same monito or what it is, but I think it's kind of creepy.
Well, that definitely is creepy if there was a previous family that lived there, and then there's a new family, and they still like they have that has nothing to do with the same family, and they see the same, apparition or the ghost. You know what I mean? That definitely,
Hmm.
that definitely you put two and two together. You're like, well, how they don't know anything about this ghost, and they're seeing this ghost. It kind of leads you to believe, that there's something there.
Yeah, and it's usually the small, like when you're smaller when you see him, because once, like I said, once you start getting older, like you don't see him as much. But apparently his kids see him and they play with him and stuff, and I just think that's creepy.
That definitely is creepy for sure. Gael hasn't told me anything that he's seen things around the house, but my I have an aunt that used to stay here at the house before I lived here, and my aunt would see all sorts of things, and my son knows nothing about these things that my aunt used to say. So if Gael starts telling me about, hey, I see some lady in a white dress, because my aunt, she would always see this lady in white in the house, and I haven't seen this lady, and I don't want to see this lady. I don't want to see no ladies in my house. But if my son or my daughter starts seeing these apparitions that my aunt used to talk about, like, that would be pretty freaky.
Yeah. And at first we would think that he was making it up when we were younger, but then when everybody started seeing it, it was like different because we would all see it at different times.
Yeah, that's freaky.
Yeah.
No,
But that's basically it. It was just kind of scary.
yeah. Well, yeah, it is scary. I mean, definitely, you don't know what who you're playing with. If it's a ghost or a demon or whatever it is.
Yeah. Well, the lady that would tell us that she knew what had happened, she would say that the child that had passed on, that he wasn't baptized or something like that.
Mm.
So I don't know.
No, pues está bueno. Pues Patsy, thank you for sharing your story, and hopefully, we have other people that can call in and share their stories, because I definitely.
All right.
I just got your message. It says, Frank, I'm calling. It's Marta Linian. Oh, that was sorry. That was the previous
Okay.
lady. No, bueno, está bueno, Patsy. Let me go ahead and
All right.
get another caller. But thank you for sharing your story. We definitely wanted to.
You're welcome.
Hear you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Está bueno, ya está. All right, guys. That was Patsy Pedazo. She shared her scary story. I want to share. Actually, since we're waiting on the next caller, let me share a story with y'all. And it goes back to that same house. And I may have shared this already with y'all, but let me try to find something really quick. And I'm gonna share a story about something that happened. I've already shared this with y'all, but anyway, if you guys want to call me, please give me a call, 956-579-7022. Sorry, guys, I got something in my nose that's itching. And it's not crack, guys. But anyway, let me share a story with y'all about something that happened, and it's at the same house. I don't have any pictures. I wish I had it. I wish I had some pictures, but let me see. Let me see if I could find. That one not. All right, guys. So let me share this. Let me share this scary story with y'all while we wait on our next callers. And so I share with you the the ghost rat story, right? And long time ago, guys. Like sometime in 2000. Trying to think, 2004. I think it was 2004. There was another period of time that I was staying here, or 2003. I forget. I want to say it's 2003. And basically, guys, like I said, this house, al Chile, this house was haunted. Every time I used to go, like to get to this top floor, you would have to go through these stairs. Like just imagine going through these stairs at night. You know, like there's nobody that lives in this section. It was abandoned. And every time I would go through this set of stairs, I would have to like literally haul ass because there's a window. There's a window right here, and every time you would go up these stairs, like there's a window right there, literally like right here. But anyway, this house was definitely definitely something that happened at that house. I don't know what happened in the house or why, but there was things there that could not be explained. Anyway, this house in this second floor, we were talking it was, I'm trying to think, it was me and my friend. We were talking we're waiting on a friend of mine, and like I said, I already shared the story. So if you guys already heard the story, obviously, it might be redundant, but for those that haven't heard the story, this is another night that something happened. How old is this house? This house is kind of old. I think it's probably from the 50s. No, it was definitely, because my friend was born in 1970. It's from the 70s for sure. But anyway, me and my friend were at the top floor, right? It was me and my friend were at the top floor. We were waiting on my friend, a good friend of mine. We're like, hey, this guy's taking a long time to go over here, right? And we were just inside waiting on my friend, and this door was locked. There was a wooden door at the time, and we were inside the house. We were just waiting on my friend to pick us up because even though I had a car, I left it on the other side in Brownsville. So I would come, they would pick me up, and we would just stay here. So we didn't have any way of moving around really if it wasn't walking. And that night, I remember quite vividly that what happened that night. And my friend and I were talking, man, this guy's, my friend his name's Pedro. That's the guy we were waiting for. Like, este pinche Pedro, he's taking a long time. This guy's taking a long time to get over here. And it's funny, while we were waiting for him, we heard, literally, guys, I shit you not, I'm not kidding. We heard this gate, literally this same gate. We heard this same gate open. This gate used to have a lock, right? So, I don't remember it had a house. I don't remember if it had a lock or not. But we heard this gate open. Literally, we heard this gate open, guys. We heard the gate open, and we just hear somebody climb up the stairs, like really quick. And it was like quick. My friend was a little bit heavy at the time. It was more like we heard something go up the stairs, right? And something opened the door. We heard something open the door. And we were in this room, right? We were in this room. So me and my friend were talking. He's like, oh, it's Pedro. It's Pedro, right? Well, sure enough, we go to this was the dining area. So we went from here to here. And the door was open. Like, this door was open. This door. But there was nobody there. And we went outside the house. And we didn't see our friend. And no, I wasn't drunk or anything because at that time, like I said, we didn't have a car, so we really couldn't go out to our bar or anything. We had to wait on our friend to pick us up, and it was weird. Literally, this door was open. This gate, we heard the gate open. We heard somebody go up the stairs, and the door was locked from the inside. This door could not be opened from the outside unless you had the key. And the only person that had the key to this house was my friend. So we were just like scratching our head. We were like, man, what the hell's going on? And we didn't see our friend. And we're like, man, what the fuck? So anyway, maybe about half an hour passed by, and finally our friend shows up. Our friend shows up, and we're like, dude, like, are you trying to scare us? And he's like, what are you talking about? So we're like, dude, like, we literally heard you go up the stairs, then you opened the door. He's like, I just got here. And me and my other friend that we were waiting, we were just puzzled. We're trying to figure out what's going on because we don't know if he was playing a prank or not. And we were like, because, I mean, our friend, like, I mean, he's a little bit big, but at the same time, I mean, like, he's not super big, right? So he could definitely run if needed, but for somebody to go up the stairs, open the door, and as soon as we heard the door open, we went to check, hey, what's up? We didn't see him. So it was just like, there was no possible way that if it was a person, that they would have just disappeared. So when my friend got there, he was like, dude, are you sure it wasn't you? He was like, no, it wasn't me. So anyway, that night, for whatever reason, we didn't decide to go out. It was just kind of weird. We didn't decide to go out that night. And that night, in this room, we were just sitting down. We're basically talking scary stories and stuff. And there is this bedroom connected to this hall. Sorry, this bedroom connected to the dining room. There was a door, like, towards this side. So there was a door inside, and then there was kind of like a wall, and on that wall there was kind of like a little window that you could see outside towards the dining room kitchen area. And I don't know why, but it was just one of those nights we were just talking scary stuff, talking about the Bible and the end of time. Like I said, guys, this story I've said it once before, so a lot of it, what I'm telling you, is something I already said. But we're just talking scary stories. We're talking about the coming of Jesus and the demons and I don't know what. And I kid you not, guys. Like I said, in that room, there was a wall. Like, there was a wall, and the only way you could get out to the dining room area was that door. But there was a window that you could see out to the dining room, to the kitchen. And I'm getting goosebumps just talking about it, but because I remember vividly that night. My friend and my two friends, they turned around and they saw something. They saw something on that little window that leads to the dining room, to the kitchen. They definitely saw something. They saw like something in a cape. They saw a cape, like a cape, just kind of like they went like this. They turned around, and I didn't see it. Right, it was kind of weird because my two friends turned around and they're like, "Did you see that?" So my friend acknowledges my other friend, and like, "Yeah, I saw it." And they said it. They saw some sort of cape, just like that. I don't have a. It was something like this. Something like, if you saw outside the window, they just saw something like that. That is what they saw. And when I turned around and looked out to that window, I didn't see anything. But, you know, my friends turned around. And they're like, dude, we saw something. We saw a cape, like a black cape or something. It was kind of weird. And they were like, man, that's fucking creepy. And then, like, must have been like 10 minutes later. I kid you not, guys. When we kept talking about these scary stuff, these demons and stuff, when I looked outside the window, then I saw that cape. But it wasn't a black cape. It was a white cape. But I was the only one that saw it. So I saw something go like. So I just saw towards the window. I looked towards the window, and I'm like, guys, did you see that? I definitely saw that cape go through the window, but it wasn't the black cape. It was a white cape. And like I said, guys, I kid you not, guys. I saw that cape move like this. Or something like that, and I told my friends, guys, did you see that? And they didn't see it, but I saw it. And then after that, you know, we're like, man, you know what? Like, let's all go to bed, and we all went home that night. But anyway, guys, let's get some more callers before we call it a night. Let me see. Oh. My buddy Craig Grove answered. He doesn't know why I'm calling him, but let me see if I could reach out to him. Cause the story that he told me is scary. But let me see. I'm gonna call him, guys. I hope he doesn't get mad for me calling him at this time of hour. But anyway, I'm gonna call my buddy Craig Grove. Let me see if he answers. Oh, dang. He says, not right now. I will text you when I'm available. Dang it. I was gonna call him right now. Dang. Okay. Okay, guys. Let me get another caller. And let me see if by the time he's free, I can call him. Alright, guys, let's get some more callers. 956-579-7022. Give me a call, guys. Oh, we got a caller. Hello?
Hello?
Hey, who's this?
Hey, Frank. Anonymous, please.
Anonymous?
Yes, sir. I at least didn't block my number, so.
Okay. Okay, all right. Give me 1 second. Hold on.
Okay.
I have another caller too, but we'll wait. Okay.
Okay, I won't take long.
No.
Just like 10
Hold on.
minutes or
Wait a minute.
something.
Okay, guys, I have an anonymous caller in the line. For whatever reason, she wants to keep her name hidden. Okay, so what scary stories you got for us?
Well, it's not really much of a story, but it's more like a series of supernatural incidents. I would say that. I would describe them like that.
Okay,
But
tell
first,
me.
let me say, que chula los supporters, man. Do you have to be beautiful? Is that one of the requirements to be a supporter? A good-looking bunch there.
Pura pinche gente bonita nomás. No, I'm kidding.
That's good, inside and out.
Yes.
No, hombre, Frank, I just wanted to share with you guys because I thought it was pretty creepy. I'm outside, by the way, so if you hear any mamalonas passing by, it's because I don't want to, put bad vibes inside my place. So I'd rather share this.
You don't want any bad spirits inside your house.
Exactly. No, been there, done that. Even though I didn't really see anything, right? But I don't know. It was
Not
just
yet. You haven't seen
like
it
a
yet.
constant thing. Not yet. But let me just start off with this one incident that happened. Me and my son were watching a movie in his room, and then once we started cleaning up, it was already nighttime, so we were getting ready for bed and whatever, right? And in his room, it was a master bedroom. So it was a duplex apartment, by the way. So me and him lived in one side, uh, in apartment A or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom and my brother and his girlfriend lived in the other side, right? So in Mijo's room, we had two closets in there. So in one closet was just his clothes, and the other one was puro toys, right?
Okay.
So we hear some, toy going off in his closet, and it was his toy gun. And then so we're like, okay, what's going on there, right? That's never happened. So we open the closet, and we didn't hear anything. And then all of a sudden we hear the gun go off, like, phew. And it didn't do it again. And then Nico was like,
So you heard
shoot.
a toy gun go, like, now, what type of toy gun was it? Was it one of those cap guns? Was it like a Nerf gun, or?
It was just like one of those guns that have the sound effects, like shooting effects.
Oh, okay,
right?
okay, like a laser,
And
like.
so it was going off. Yeah, it was going off. And it was like, what the hell, right? That's never happened before. And so Mijo was actually telling it to shoot. He did this around 4 times, and the thing actually, it went off. Like, so he'd say shoot, and he'd go off. He'd say shoot again. He'd post, And I was like, what the hell, right? Like, that's not cool. Stop doing that. And we closed the closet door, and then it just went off again. I'm like, F that, right? Let me take out the batteries. So I took out the batteries, and that was that, right? It was just like freaky, right? So then a couple of days later, como te digo, me and Mijo were on one side of the apartment, and on the other apartment, it was my mom and my brother and his girlfriend. So my brother and his girlfriend's room was right behind Mijo's room. So what was in between my brother's and Mijo's room was a closet. And so my brother tells me, like, the following day, right, because a couple of nights had passed, so he told me, like, the next day, he's like, hey, was Mitri in the closet playing with the carritos, right? I was like, no, right? When? He's like, it was really late at night, and we can hear, him and his girlfriend were up or whatever, and they could hear, like, a carrito, when you run it across the wall or whatever, it was just going and going and going in circles.
So
right?
this was after really the toy gun incident.
After the toy gun incident, yeah, like I said, there's several incidents that were just like, what the hell is going on, right? So this was after the toy gun incident. My brother hears this sound in the closet, right? He's like, are you sure he wasn't up playing in the closet, like with his carritos? I said, no, we were asleep and so on, right? He's like, oh, I heard it. It sounded real gacho, right? It was going round and round. I was like, no, boss, maybe you were smoking something. I don't know, right?
Smoking
I don't know
crack.
what the hell. Yeah, something made him shake. No sé. I don't know what it was. So I was like, what the hell, right? Like, whatever. Again, a couple of days later passed. I had my friend Olguita come over, and she had 4 kids, right? All about Mijo's age. They'd come over, they'd play and everything. So one time they came to visit, they were playing, and they were there for a good while, right? And then all of a sudden, her little kids, like the 2 youngest ones, they looked at the mom, and they're like, Mom, can we go already? Can we go already? And Olguita's like, oh, yeah, I guess, if you all are ready to go, pues vámonos, right? So they left, and the next day she told me that the little kids had seen a shadow walking from a little shadow, maybe like a little person or a little spirit or kid spirit, walking from one room to the other. And it was like, what? Are you serious? She's like, yeah, they saw something. That's why they were scared and they wanted to leave. And I said, no freaking way. I'm like, well, I haven't seen anything, like, I don't know what's going on. Like, and then plus I told her about those other incidents. And she's like, well, pray and this and that, I was like, all right, sure. So like I said, there was like about 2 or 3 more incidents that happened. So like a couple of days later, maybe a month or whatever, there was a stabbing that occurred. Because across the street from me, they were renting a house, and this lady got stabbed and killed by her boyfriend. And I was like, what? Like, this happened right across the street from where we live. What the hell's going on? So that was just out of the ordinary, maybe an isolated incident, no sé. But then things kept on happening. Right across the street from me, the house next door to the house that the lady got stabbed in, my neighbor, she was like a drunk, right? He's an alcoholic. He was an alcoholic. I'm sure he still is or whatever. Pero he went out driving. He was coming back home, and he crashed into his in his garage. Like it was more like a carport. So you know the pillars that hold up the roof.
Yeah.
He crashed into a pillar. Yeah, he crashed into a pillar, and the whole the carport fell on his vehicle or whatever. So I was like, oh my God, like things just kept on happening. Like the week after that, this guy, pues I heard a crash, a really loud crash. And pues we went outside to go see what was going on. Well, there was this big old Suburban, you know, the oldie ones that are metal. And it crashed into an electric pole, like just like maybe 2 houses down from me. And it was just like one thing after another after another. So like this guy, like he worked at Aguilar's Meat Market. So he was obviously on his way to work, and he maybe lost control. Maybe I don't know what happened, but he crashed. So that was one. And then the last incident, we heard another crash right across the street from me. They ran over a mailbox. And by this time, there was already a family living there. The lady that got stabbed or whatever, was, you know, they obviously no longer live there, right? And so there was a family there, and my son would go play with the kids and stuff like that. So when the guy, he runs over the mailbox, he stopped and stuff, and obviously the kid was texting and driving. He lost control and he ran over the mailbox. But I was just, the kids were always playing out there, you know, so I only like thought about mijo, like what the hell if he was playing out there, this guy's driving all reckless, and you know, like anything could have happened. So I told the guy, what the hell, you know, you were texting and driving, and you know, when the cops got there, I was like, check his phone, like it kept on going off because maybe like obviously he was texting, he was distracted. So, like, he just looked at me real ugly or whatever, and he's all telling the cops, like, I don't know, maybe he had to take a shit or something, right? And I was like, dude, that's not fucking cool, right? Like, no, you don't do that. Like, well, you don't, whatever, right? Anyways, so those were the incidents, and it was like, no way, it's time for a change of, you know, to move. So we ended up moving and stuff. People, so far, well, so good, because, I mean, we stayed there for a few years, right? But just one thing after another, like in such a short period of time. So like I said, we never really saw anything, any shadows, but others did. And then that whole toy going off on its own, and then my son summoning it to like go off, like that was just pretty freaky. But yeah, that was like my series of supernatural incidents that I wanted to tell you guys. And another topic, right? When I was younger, I used to sleepwalk.
Oh, really?
So I thought that was creepy as like I used to sleepwalk. So I ended up sleepwalking to the neighbor's house, and they told me that I asked for the little neighbor girl, right? Y que I wanted to play muñequitas. Like, hello, you know, like everybody's asleep, you know? So yeah, like that was weird, because when I woke up, I actually woke up in their living room. I woke up in the living room, and that's when I saw the family there, and they're all like, yeah, we'll just walk you home and this and that. And I don't know, I think girls, like little girls and their dolls are really, really creepy.
Oh yeah.
So I'm just glad
I don't
I'm just glad I
don't
had a son.
I don't have any dolls in my room with my like, you know, where me and my wife sleep. We don't have any dolls. I always tell my daughter to take her dolls out and put them in the living room.
No dolls, no clowns, nothing like that. But yeah, I just thought that was something creepy that I couldn't share with you guys. And I've never liked, like, I don't know, like little girls are creepy, period. And then they're little dolls, like,
Yeah.
no, hombre.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just glad I had a
Also,
Pero,
I also don't have like one of those things that I always try is to sleep with the closet door closed. Like the closet cannot be open. I always tell my wife
Right.
it has to be closed because it's. I always tell my wife that it's like a portal to another dimension.
That's interesting.
I,
Yeah.
I always
That
tell
makes
my wife,
sense.
do not leave the closet door open.
Yeah, for sure. Anything could come out. Exactly. And then you see all these movies where it is the actual portal to, God knows
There's
where.
something.
So,
There's
for
something.
sure. Yes, but I think that's all the creepy stuff that I have to share with you guys. And other than that, don't smoke crack.
Because you'll get the shakes, and it never makes people shake.
You never know. Okay, well, y'all have a good night.
That bueno, thank you for giving us a call.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right, guys. So that was a person. Well, that was a lady who wanted to be anonymous, but we did have somebody that called right now. Let me see if I could reach out to them. We had a missed call, so let me see if I could call this number. Give me 1 second. Hello? 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 Can you hear me? So, guys, I had a missed call right now, and let me see. Hello, can you hear me? Give me 1 second, guys. Hold on. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
They're not answering, guys. I'm gonna call them one more time. Let me see if they answer.
Call is not available. Please leave a message after the...
Oh, damn. Hold on, guys. Okay, guys, I'm gonna try one more time. Call this person. Let me see. Let's see if I could call them really quick. Yeah, I guess they don't want. Okay, so I had another call, guys, right now. What time is it right now? It's almost gonna be. Let's see. Sasha says she just closed her closet. Guys, do not sleep with the closet door open. Literally. Liz Cantu says her closets don't have doors. Guys, al Chile, I cannot sleep with the closet doors opened. Okay, let me see if we could get another caller. Guys, give me a call. I could probably take one or two more callers. 956-579-7022. Give me a call, guys. 956-579-7022. Dela Rodriguez says phone number. What's your phone number? Dela, call me. You have my number. No mientas. Guys, Delia says she's gonna call me. A ver si es cierto. Okay, she's calling me. Hello? Delia, what's up? How you doing? Alright, espérame. Hold on, let's see. Where's Ophelia Painter? Oh, okay. How you been? Guys, I'm doing good, good. Guys, we have Delia Rodriguez on the line. Delia, thank you for giving us a call. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you.
Okay. So, what you got in mind for tonight?
Okay. A few years ago, we went to live in Los Indios.
Oh,
when
that place is
I
scary.
met Yeah, it's scary. And when I met my second husband, and so I went to live over there. So
is that the one you're with now?
Yes.
Okay.
With Roman. Okay.
And that's the house I went to visit you at one time, right?
No, it's another one.
Okay.
By his dad's house.
Okay.
Okay. And then we were there, and my daughter was still alive.
Mm-hmm.
And she was there in the room, and so were the kids, and my husband's niece. We were there talking, and all of a sudden we heard like they were splashing water with a pitcher.
Okay.
Right there next to me, and as soon as I heard it, my husband's niece heard it as well, and my daughter heard it as well. We all heard it.
You heard some splashing of water.
They were pouring water. Huh?
Like you heard splashing of water or like pouring water?
They were pouring water.
Okay.
And it kept on going for a little bit. And then we all looked at each other. And then we all started screaming and running to the other room. And it was nothing. Okay, so then all the time we lived there, we could hear, because it was like a townhouses, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we could hear the other apartment, and there was nobody living in the other apartment, and we could hear marbles.
I've heard marbles before. Trust me. So
really?
Yes, I have.
And they would go clack 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 clack, like if there were, you know what I mean? Like
yes.
You drop them and they would go clack 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 clack, and there was nobody there. So I would tell my husband, well, maybe a bird is inside and he's laying eggs. And then he said, no, because it wouldn't sound like that. And he would hear him too. And Brandon was my grandson. He was already older, and he could hear him too. We never found out what it was.
Yeah, I've definitely have heard marbles in that house that like, and it's literally, all the weird stuff that's happened to me, all this paranormal stuff. If you've been watching the last week and today, all those weird or paranormal encounters that I've had have always been at that house that I talk about in Matamoros. And
wow.
And I remember in that, like, it was a 2-story house, and I remember when I used to stay in the first story, I would hear marbles as if somebody was in the second floor, because there was a second floor, but there was nobody staying at the second floor at the time. So I could hear the marbles like on top of the, on top of the of the ceiling, which was, the floor from the second house. Sorry, from the second story.
Mm-hmm.
And I would hear marbles every now and then. It would like be freaky, and I would just try to sleep as soon as possible because it was just scary. Like I would hear, like, it sounded like there was somebody rolling marbles.
Yeah, like they're playing with marbles.
Yeah.
Okay, I have another story. I don't know if I said it last week. I don't think I did.
Okay.
I said one of the Santísima Muerte, remember?
Yes, I do remember that one.
Okay, it was only one, right?
Yes, you said that one, and I think you talked about your daughter, and I think that was the daughter that you it was something with your daughter also.
One,
okay.
Yes. Okay. I have another one of the Santísima Muerte that I heard it, and my daughter heard it too. We were living in La Feria, not in the same place where we saw the Santísima Muerte on the window, not the same house. Okay, and then ay, ¿cómo estuvo? We heard something, so we came to the living room, And then nos pusimos a ver TV, and then Monica, my daughter, was sitting down on the couch, and I was looking outside the window, and all of a sudden I heard a voice of a man that said, "Está buena la muerte." Oh, ¿cómo digo? Hold on. Está buena la santa. Así dijo. And then volteé yo a ver a mi daughter y le dije, ¿qué dijiste, Mónica? And Mónica said, nothing. And then I go, Mónica, ¿dijiste algo, Mónica? And then she said, no, I didn't say anything, Mom. Okay. So los kids estaban en el piso viendo TV y yo estaba mirando para afuera, seguí viendo para afuera en la ventana, ¿verdad? Porque we were sure we had heard somebody. Y luego, otra vez dijeron, está buena la santa. ¿Cómo dijo? Y a mí me acuerdo muy bien, no dijo la muerte, está buena la santa. And then I turned around and Monica looked at me, and that voice came out of the donde sale el air conditioned, ¿cómo se dice? A vent. It came out of the vent because we had, the central air was on. Y the voice came out of that area, the vent area. And then I go, ¿oíste, Mónica? And my daughter said, yes. Y pero then we called the police. Well, the police came and my daughter opened the door and they even le echaron la luz en los ojos to see, I guess, if she was drugged up or whatever. Y no, yo salí para afuera y le dije al policía que we had heard, está buena la santa, así dijeron, está buena la santa. That was before the police left. We called the police when we first heard it. When my daughter heard it, at the same time I heard it, we called the police. Pero pues checaron con los focos para allá para arriba del techo y todo, y no había nada.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay, then the police got there, and then you didn't hear the voice anymore?
No, we didn't.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Well, you got to tell us another story.
Huh?
I know you got something else for us.
What else? Well, I have a few, but they're not that long.
Okay. Well, tell us another story.
Which other one, Sadie? That was a little boy. Huh? Okay. Right here where I live, it's my mom's house.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it was my mom's house, and she had sent some carpenters to come in and refill the porch with concrete. And then my mother wasn't here. Pero when my mom came, the carpenters, se habían ido, they had gone to eat. And there was a guy that had stayed, that he didn't go with them to go get some food. And then that guy, he said that he had heard a little boy talking, and then pues le dijo a sus workers, ¿verdad? When they got here, and then when my mom came from where she was, the guys told my mom if there was a little boy in the house, and my mom said no, and then le dijo mi mom que why, y dijo que porque there was some footprints on the cement, and there was no exit from the footprints. There was no exit. Like the little boy, it's like somebody just picked him up and took him down from the porch.
Yeah.
And he was nobody. And my mom told the guys that they have spotted like a ghost of a little boy here. Yeah, I have a lot of little ones, but not ya ni me acuerdo.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's scary stuff. Definitely. Like I said, all the paranormal encounters have always been at that one house. You know what's funny? In the house that I'm telling you about in Matamoros.
Yeah.
Like for example, the marbles. So the marble stuff. That was something. Like I never actually told my friend.
Yeah.
And I remember his wife. My friend and his wife broke up. I mean, we were all good friends, and after a while, I remember talking to her later on, and I was like, "Hey," because like I was just curious because they always lived like they lived in a house for a while. My friend, so I was just curious. I just told her jokingly, "Oye, ¿y nunca escuchaste cosas en esa casa?" And like I would tell her, "Hey, did you ever hear things in the house?" And she's like, "Oh yeah, all the time." And then and then she told me, yeah, she's like it was freaky when she said this guy. I asked her, did you ever hear things that those? She's like, yes, all the time. I'm like what? Well, I would hear marbles all the time. She would tell me.
Yeah.
And I just get goosebumps because, like I said, I had to stay one time by myself, and I heard the marbles. Right, like I'm telling you, I heard the marbles in the house. So when I asked, my friend's wife or my friend's ex-wife now, and I told him, did you ever hear things? She's like, yeah, I heard marbles all the time, but I never told anybody about the marbles. Like that. That's why it's so scary. Like just go creepy because I never told my friend I heard marbles. I never used to talk to her before. Right. So when I told her, did you ever hear things? She told me, yeah, I heard marbles. And then she told me.
She told you, and then I tell you. Me and my husband, we used to lay down. We used to lay on the bed, and to listen to the marbles.
Yes.
And we would both hear him. And then Brandon, he was a little young, older than Sadie and Dayla, my other two granddaughters, and he would hear them too. And, but yeah, it's true.
How come your dogs are barking, Delia?
Because Sadie went outside.
Okay, you scare me.
Yeah, he's going to put him back inside. Yeah. I was going to tell you something else right now, and I forgot.
Tell us.
We're going to be talking about some more of that next week.
Yeah, well, Halloween's on Sunday, so for sure, I'll probably have... I'm going to try to get some people that have really... what I'm going to try to do is... My friend Craig from Brownsville, he has some real scary stories.
Oh, yeah.
I tried reaching out to him.
I remember now.
Huh?
I remember now. If you go to Matamoros, I know you're not going to be going anytime soon because of the way it is right now.
Yes.
But you've never gone back to that house?
The one I used to stay in, the one I'm telling you about?
In Matamoros? Uh-huh.
Well, just really quick, you sound a little bit muffled.
Have you ever gone back to that house in Matamoros?
After those, yeah, I've gone a few times, but my friend doesn't stay there anymore. So we usually just pass by there, but we don't go inside anymore.
Oh.
But okay. I know for a fact, like if we would go inside, I'm pretty sure we would hear those things again.
Or maybe if you can talk to the people that live there.
Well, nobody lives there. That's the thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But see, like that was my friend's house, and like his parents had basically abandoned. Like when my friend's parents moved to Brownsville, that house pretty much stayed abandoned. And then there was a time period, like throughout the 2000s, that me and my friend, we would go there and he would stay there for a while because he had a girlfriend and then he got married. He would stay there for a while, and then every time I used to visit him, I used to stay there. But he got divorced and he got married afterwards, but maybe I could call him. Like I'm gonna see if I could call him up, and maybe he could tell me some stories that from what he experienced when he was just like a kid and stuff.
There you go. Yeah. No, pues está bueno.
Está bueno, Dele. Well, thank you for giving us a call.
All righty.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. We'll talk to you soon, and we'll try to have this session part 3 on next Saturday because, like I said, Sunday's Halloween, so I'll probably do some trick or treating. But on Saturday, maybe we could do it like a little.
Oh yes, so I can tell you the story of when me and my niece went to my other niece Ophelia Painter's house, and we saw a ghost there.
Okay. Yeah, we definitely want to hear that.
All right. Remind me.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right. Y'all have a good night.
Ya está.
Bye.
All right, guys. So that was Delia Rodriguez. So, Anyway, guys, we reached pretty much the end of our live show. I want to thank everybody that gave us a call. I could maybe take one more caller, but it has to be a real scary story, guys. So if you guys want to call in one more time, there was this one person that called in, but I guess maybe they had second thoughts. But if you guys want to call in, my phone number is available, 956-579-7022. Anyway, but yeah, I'm definitely going to call my friend and my friend that lived at the house in Matamoros and see if he has any stories that he wants to share about that house or why there's marble sounds and other type of things there. But anyway, other than that, guys, I just want to thank you all once again for being being one of our viewers tonight, one of our followers. I want to thank all of our supporters. And like I said, guys, if you don't see your picture right here, if you don't see your picture right there, it doesn't mean that I forgot about your picture. It just means that I was actually putting all these pictures right now, and I didn't have a chance to upload them all at once. But I will have all the pictures by next week. Next Saturday, guys, I'm gonna have all the pictures for all the supporters. At least all the supporters that want their pictures to be shown. I should have them there. So anyway, if you guys want to become an official supporter over page, please do so, guys. It is optional, but much appreciated. RJ says that's what Frank said a while back. Oh, so yeah, guys, I don't know if Sofia Ledesma's gonna have a party. I know I can't make it. I wish I could make it to the. I wish I could have made it to the party. But the thing is, guys, my son, he had tutorials all this month for 6 weeks in a row. So all of October, he's having tutorials. So I can't make it, but if Sophia's having a Halloween party, that's up to her, and she can definitely get you all the details on that. But anyway, as I said, guys, become an official supporter. All you have to do is click on the link. And anyway, let me know if you guys have any other questions before I sign out. Letty Cantu says, Frank, change my pick. Letty, I got you. Anyway, so Rick, we need you back in our Fangs group. Oh, by the way, guys, thank you, Della, for reminding me. Guys, just to let you know, the party to Mexico is still on. You know, obviously there's things that happen in the border, but doesn't mean that we're not gonna go unless something terrible happens. Then we won't go. But for now, nothing has changed. You know, these are definitely unfortunate situations that happen in these border towns, but it doesn't mean that the trip is canceled. So the trip to Mexico is still happening, guys. All right, don't let a bad incident hinder for you guys to go to Mexico with us. Anyway, so any other questions before I call it a night? Sophia and Alex and Rick, they're talking about, I don't know what they're talking about over here. Vanessa Cabero says, Frank, thank you for my molcajete. Better put it to good use, Vanessa. Better make some salsa for us. Shout out to Gigi Leal. Says, everyone say no to Alex. He's a bad influence. Gigi, we need you in our supporters group. We need you to sign up and become an official supporter. And Rick, you gotta we need Rick to become an official supporter again. Anyway, thank you guys for watching Hablando de Chile Fantasma Edition Part 2. We'll have Part 3 next week. And like I said, other than that, y'all have a good one. Y'all have a good night. We'll see you guys next week. We'll be posting throughout the day. Also, a lot of people have been asking, Frank, when are you going to be cooking again? We're going to be cooking. Let me see when I can go live on Facebook. I could go live on Facebook, guys. It's actually, it takes me several steps to go live on Facebook. So let me see when I could go live again. Hold on. I'll let you know right now. Hold on. Oh, here we go, guys. So I can't go live on Facebook because I won't be able to post until Thursday. So Thursday, guys, we come back. I'm not lying. Look. Let's see if you can see it. You can't post until October 28th. So I can't go live right now, guys. But we'll be back live on Facebook for the cooking show, Cooking with the Mars. We'll be back. Good night, Helen Hoti. Have a good night, Alex. Alex, message me, no te sordes. Anyway, Alex el Tóxico. Well, guys, y'all have a good night. It's been a pleasure speaking with y'all. And I'll see you guys soon. I'll be posting throughout the week, of course. Y'all have a good night. Thank you guys for sticking around. We appreciate everybody. Take care. And sleep with the lights on. All right. Peace and love. Virtual huggers. Virtual. All right. Talk to you guys later.
out of my house. Get out of my house.
Ah!
Get out of my house. Get out of my house.
Ring around the rosy, pocket full of posy. Ashes, ashes, we all fall down.
Why do you seem so scared? All I wanted to do was play with you. Please come and play with me. I am so lonely. You're not afraid of the dark, are you? Don't be afraid. Come with me. I will.